Alright guys, I don't even know what part this is of the CRF build, to be honest, but got some more parts going on. I just got hooked on that. If you haven't already figured out how to take this off for this video, you better watch my other videos. But just got my ECU back from Cameron Jones Racing. Gonna get that popped in there along with my rad intake tube and my CJR Performance 24mm throttle body kit. Gonna see if we can get a little more power out of this thing. I'm excited. So kind of give you my build sheet, what I got the tune for. Bumped the RPMs from 98 to 10.2 for 91 octane. Stock injector, stock camshaft, stock fuel line, stock head, cylinder, Two Brothers exhaust. I got the V2 ECU flash. Got a tune for the rad intake. Yeah. Shout out to CJR for hooking me up. And if you need any tuning, throttle bodies, big bores, pipes, anything, check out CJR Performance. I'll drop a link in the description. But yeah, we're gonna get into this. All right, so what I got going on, you're gonna need to take both plastics off, actually both sides. Unplug these, and if you still have your hose that goes in the airbox, you're gonna have to unplug that. But I actually, I don't know if you can see in there, I plastic welded that shut, and I just ran mine back here, whatever the heck it is right there. Just bent so to there. That's like how my KLX was. I don't like that recirculating back in there. It just puts shitty oil on the filter. And you're gonna take your coil off. Mine's just sitting here because I have my hour meter. Look at this. Already got 9.7 hours on it. Unplug this from the coil. Green goes to ground, obviously. And then I believe I'm gonna take this off, and I'm gonna have to pop this off of the airbox here, if I can get that off. And then I'm gonna need to unplug this and this probably. But I'm gonna try to get this airbox off first. I'm sure there's another screw bolt hidden somewhere, but those are 10 mils and these are 2. All right, get those 3 10 mils out. 1, 2, 3. Take this off the air boot. And then to get the air boot off, once you have the airbox off, you're just gonna crack that glue kind of and just wiggle and pull it out of there. Now I gotta figure out how to get this rad intake into there. I'm almost thinking I maybe go from the inside out, I guess, or maybe I gotta drill it bigger. I'm not positive yet, I gotta look it up. But you can see the difference in size here, pretty drastic. Definitely at the mouth at least. This is like thumb size, and this is like got wiggle room. This got my thumb in it, so that should be big gains there, hopefully. Next, you're gonna pull these off, loosen the 10 mils on the slide off, and I marked this one as the front. I don't know if they can even go on the wrong way, but I figured I'd mark that one as the front anyways. Unplug all your wires from the harness, and then I'm gonna go ahead and unbolt this. Looks like 10 mils. Yep. Take those 10 mils off, and take your manifold and throttle body off. You can use a flathead screwdriver to pop this fuel line thing off. Set that aside. And then I believe you're gonna use needle nose to squeeze those tabs together. Hard to see, but then that should squeeze those together and should slide off. And your throttle body and manifold will be off. Basically, you're gonna swap everything over from your old throttle body, other than this one here. Comes with it. You're gonna swap the other sensor over, and you're gonna bolt it up to this manifold, and you're gonna take the little clamps off here, and it'll come with this throttle body injector adapter bracket. And this is how you can install that. You can actually turn the injector inside of the OEM bracket. So normally it sits in between those two fangs. So you're gonna turn it out like that, and that's how you're gonna bolt that bracket on there. And then it should sit like so. And you're going to use the 3 Allens that they provide with the 24 mil kit to do this also. Alright guys, next day it got dark, got late, I had other stuff to do. If you're doing this rad intake tube, all you gotta do is squeeze it to put it in there. But I fought with it for a long time, and I put it in almost boiling water for like a minute and a half, and I was able to fold it right in there, popped into place, and then you just spread it back open, and it fits the shape. And I think it should be sealed, but you still can turn it. So you'll be able to adjust it, and then you're gonna take your throttle body and bolt it back on just like stock. I don't think you're able to use that that little piece. I didn't bother trying to figure out how to put that back on because you don't really need it. But then just take your fuel line first of all and take some really small needle nose pliers in behind this clip. Spread those tabs, get it popped on over the little latch, and then put that clip back on. Now I think I'm going to attempt to put the intake back on. Alright, so after some troubleshooting, I found that you have to use the stock throttle cable bracket off the old throttle body. So use that, otherwise your cables won't line up correctly and they'll hit the frame in here. And do that, tighten them down. And then for the plugs, I'll just start at the end of the harness. The last one is going to be the one of the airbox. Second to last one is the injector. I believe the third to last is, I think this is like the map sensor, or the whatever sensor that is. And then the first one coming off the harness is up to this plug, and the second one's here. So yeah, and then you're gonna, I have my key modified so it goes here. You're gonna finagle that in. I don't have this tightened down yet, but I got that on there with the clamp, obviously. But now I tightened down my airbox, so my airbox is in there, and now I'm gonna tighten this up, and then I'm gonna bolt my coil back on here. And you do have to like you have to mess with the loom a little bit to make it fit. And then the green plug here goes back to the ground. And yeah, black goes back to the black. Mount that back there. I gotta zoom out. And yeah, and then I'll get back to you and figure out what's next. All right, so I got that tightened up. Got my airbox on, got my key on. I already did start it, and on the new tunes from CJR, you do not need to do the TPS reset, which is nice. I think all I really have left, let's see, is plastic seat. And this cover here, I think it kind of looks ugly being able to see that, but it doesn't have the second screw that should be like right. Oh no, does it? Oh no, that's different. But I'm just gonna use this one screw here and see if I can at least get that on there with one screw to kind of cover it up, keep dirt and shit out of there. All right guys, I just took it down the street really quick, and wow, I was surprised. I am still surprised with how big of a difference. And you gotta hear this limiter now. That's with the red line raised to 10,200, I believe it was, in stocks 89. So yeah, stay tuned for the next riding video of this thing. It's gonna rip.